In this session, we will have 3 papers presented, and the last one will be skipped. This is how we agreed. So let's go to the first presentation. It's about perspectives on artificial intelligence in higher education, survey insights from teachers and institutional management. And the authors are Maja Pušnik, Boštjan Šumak, and Sasha Grasic. So Maja will present. Yeah, so the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So I will present basically next step from what Boštjan presented earlier. Obviously, we had to first do some kind of research within our project. What's the literature, at what state, what other people are doing and saying. And next step was what actual teachers from our country and collaborating countries feel about AI, how they use it, how much of it they use it, what challenges, barriers, and so on they encounter, and I will summarize shortly the results. So after introduction, theoretical background, I will present this survey, our method, and final results and conclusions, which are basically followed then by my colleagues after presenting some good practices that we extracted from that. So we realized inclusive digital education is important. It's a priority actually in all levels of education, and higher education institutions is no exception. It's important to ensure equitable participation of all students regardless of their diverse needs, and we saw or listen to today different needs our students may have. So there are many groups of different needs. And we also understand that AI can help us with that. It's a revolutionary approach, actually, which enables personalization, adaptive learning, inclusive pedagogy, and so on and so on. But is it everything perfect? Are there some problems? How do actual professors feel about that? We realize that although there's such amazing, strong potential connected to AI, there are many concerns, and many people do not adopt it quite easily. So they have many second thoughts. Is this okay? Thoughts that that we raise today, will that divide us more? Will the students become more lazy, less critical thinking, and so on? So what we wanted to do to assess perceived, obviously, benefits for students and teachers by teachers, identify those main risks that most of the teachers raise, challenges, and provide some sort of recommendation that later on manifest themselves in good practices. The survey was a simple approach where we addressed problems like what are the benefits for students per se, what are the benefits for teachers, and are there some systematic challenges in technology, pedagogy, ethics, and culture necessary. This questionnaire has been conducted last year as one of the first steps in this AI-enabled project that we are presenting. The structure was very classic, some demographic data, background information about who is answering our questions, then awareness and use of AI tools and perceived benefits, but also perceived challenges. So it was a mixture of quantitative and qualitative data. I will not bore you with too much detail. The main results are the following. We actually received 200 answers from all participating countries. We were very much in luck. Not only Spain, Slovenia, Turkey, and Portugal were a part of this study. We also received a lot of feedback from Ukraine. thanks to our colleague that's not here today, who represents Spanish country but is from Ukraine. A bit more were female, but it's quite divided, so 109 female, 90 male, and one was not disclosed. Most of them were researchers. Obviously, if you check the numbers, they do not amount to 200, because many participants were at the same time researchers, teachers, there were managers. There was some sort of combination, which was great because we really received different point of views. We also, from other questions, wanted to know about adoption and frequency. We realized that most of our survey participants are no stranger to AI. 183 reported using AI a lot within their teaching activities. Only 61, and one was unsure, said that they avoid it as much as possible. The frequency of use, so mostly use it weekly, but a lot of them, how much is that? 49 use it daily. Some said less, but quite a majority uses it every day. The tools that were mostly used, Boštjan already said, we conducted this survey and research a good year ago, and many tools have vanished since then. There's such a strong dynamic in this field. Nevertheless, ChatGPT remains. It was the strongest tool used by everyone 2 years ago, a year ago, and I'm pretty sure this would be the case, or maybe I'm mistaken, we would get similar results if we repeat the survey today. So ChatGPT is so mostly used. The activities they mostly use it for, so the professors use them for designing material, class material, for checking knowledge, quizzes, or some sort of quick questions, designing tests. So the validation process is quite involved in this part. Also doing research, then learning and creating presentations. My presentation isn't pretty today, it's very simple, but to make it more, to make students more engaged, we do use a lot of AI to make the slides prettier and the material more attractive and so on. There were some specific comments in specific domains like nursing, creative writing, design, that specifically said that they use AI for very focused activities. The benefits. The benefits are for both sides, so for teachers as well as for students. The teachers said that they do become more efficient. Their work or the results become of higher quality. I'm sure this is a perception. Yeah, we could discuss that. They use it for automated grading, which is fast, more efficient. They enrich the lessons with examples, case studies, and so on, with which I absolutely agree. They are able to generate teaching resources a bit quicker, and it helps to generate a more diverse and inclusive material without that much extra energy. As we know, our students have many different needs. We do not have time or resources to do everything, but AI does help us out. So that's from the point of view of teachers. From the point of view of students, they said that they did identify improvement in their learning process due to personalization, a larger engagement. Gamification activities were a big plus, such as quick quizzes, interactive learning. AI helps with brainstorming, providing ideas from which the students can then take critically what they feel appropriate. So many benefits for both sides. Also addressing this inclusive education part, so benefits directly improving the inclusivity of our students, the higher level of accessibility, personalization, easier communication, and important for us, linguistic inclusivity, as we have many students where their mother language isn't Slovenian, and AI helps us out with this issue. So many benefits, for sure. However, a lot of challenges like squeezed here in one slide. I extended all the benefits in 3 and squeezed all the challenges in 1. Assistive technologies and current tools are reported to lack integration possibilities, so there are problems with that. A lot of AI tools, if you really want the professional version, cost money, and this financial barrier often is too big to adopt that. And then some, let's say, social challenges, over-reliance on AI. Everyone who's a professor here knows that in recent years, students provided them with some documents that were not made by them, or they didn't check. They just used AI, pushed it in a Word document, and submitted as final result. Not checking the facts and so on, a big problem. Critical thinking skills. I agree if I connect to the presentations before. I don't know, actually, we have to work a lot on those critical thinking still. What is okay, what is appropriate, what is a hallucination in the AI result. And this was a comment regarding that. Academic dishonesty. Yeah, students don't have time, the same as teachers, and they rely too much on AI, and they do not, explain or correct it efficiently. So they say, it's mine, my work, I want a 10. Well, that's a problem then. There are some ethical privacy risks, risks of, not having appropriate data sets, problems in decision-making, and reduced human interactions, what we talked about. So maybe this is a problem or a challenge. Let's say it's not, we don't have problems, we have challenges. So to conclude, we have challenges that we will obviously want to overcome. It's a general optimism regarding AI. However, the concerns are so strong that it's important to address them and to address those challenges in the best possible way. And AI Enable, for example, does provide several solutions and educational material where teachers can learn from and adapt and not avoid. AI is not going anywhere. Students for sure will use ChatGPT, but if you guide them, it's going to be better. Okay, so the survey shows that AI is here. It's already reshaping higher education. It has an important role. It mustn't be avoided. It just has to be dealt with a higher level of responsibility. And only by actually addressing those challenges, we can make a difference and use AI in a smart way. Priorities here that were extracted from the comments: invest in AI, invest in professional development of educators because we do not know anything, establish a clear institutional policy, what is okay in an institution, and create an infrastructure that will support use of AI. This is shortly from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya. Is there any question from the audience? Or any question online? Do we have any questions there? No, not online, but in the audience, please.
Hi, thank you. My question is, were there educational fields where teachers were more open to using AI than in other fields?
Tech, programming, STEM, definitely. Professors that came from similar background as we do and have more contact with technology, are less afraid and so on, had a more positive approach and perception towards AI. We had, maybe I skipped that part, the professors were from various faculties, humanities, arts, as well as technical, and there was a bit of a different thinking regarding AI. And we are typically, not all of us, for sure there are exceptions, more open to it than perhaps someone.
And then maybe if I can, one more question regarding accessibility. Today we see transcripts and translations. I have often heard that transcripts were not of the best quality. Even in the English-speaking countries, they still use manual transcribers to get exact the same wording and meaning. How is the quality of this actually checked? Because now we still, if we have an English and Slovenian text and we compare the translation and transcripts by professional translators, we can notice the mistakes and teach the AI to improve or not to make mistakes. But let's say, I don't know, if we all rely on AI translation, nobody actually hires translators anymore. I can use it by AI. Will anybody in 20 years still notice that there are any mistakes, or will we just live with these mistakes, not even knowing they are mistakes?
Okay, that's a complicated question. Up until recently, I don't think we could rely on the automatic transcripts, especially in Slovenian. I don't know how long this has been better. We often use Teams and have this automatic transcript, and English isn't perfect. We have an experiment actually today with this tool that professionals brought us. You can ask Leo Oblak about his solution. I don't know, I cannot judge on Portuguese and Turkish correction, I don't know. But I have been checking Slovenian and English and they feel on spot. I don't know how many errors. So it does improve. I think in the past months, year, I don't know, there are solutions that could completely replace the typers. Yeah. And would actually be a faster, with less mistakes. Obviously, humans, we make mistakes. If I go to the second part, so I think in 20 years, I don't think we will need this profession of fast typing. It's only for hobby. Regarding the words that that might be the wrong words might be accepted as we could ignore them or we wouldn't even notice. We would notice now if a surname or name would be misspelled, because we know. But if you have a large quantity of text and there there's a wrong written word, I don't know, probably we would not. But on the other, I think this is a very linguistic question, not that much AI and I have a friend which is professor of Slovenian language, by the way. She told me, because I make some mistakes in Slovenian speaking, she told me that if you speak wrong long enough, it becomes right. That's how the language evolved. This also might be the case, but I'm no expert in this field. Yeah, so this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Any other question? Yeah? I can answer. Yeah, I will just give you a microphone.
Okay, thank you. I will just explain some small details how it works. So like every translator, you have to know the context. Because even a human being will type or translate wrongly if he doesn't know what we are talking about. For example, if you hire a translator for a conference of architects, he will do everything wrong if he is not prepared. So the same is here. So our AI get yesterday the program, your CVs, he learned a little about you. So he will prepare like a human being to know more about your topics. Sorry, he didn't know your word for the phone. Okay, he translated always wrongly. But if... Yes, but the word was written wrongly because he didn't know. Even I didn't know, so I Googled to Wikipedia and already write to my team, oh, we have to add this word. And this is the preparation, but even the translator have to do it. The difference here is you just sent, I have a conference, these are the people, and the agent will do all the work. And they're asking me, this is another important question, oh, people will stop to learn English. I say, oh, try to go to a French girl with the app. No, you need to speak French to impress the girl. So if you want to impress your business partner or to speak with the people and get emotion connection, you have to learn the language. And it will be easy because using this, okay, this word is translated, so this is a great tool to help you to learn quicker another language. It's not perfect. I think that this is our opinion. We tested now. This is a Slovenian product. It's AI trained and developed in Slovenia. And it's better and faster than Google and ChatGPT at the moment. We think that we are 1 year behind, but they are 1 year behind us. It's very quick, you can test, you can go to Soniac's webpage, you can stress. And what we learned, what is interesting, more we train the Slovenian and other languages, better he understands Chinese, Japanese, because there is something similar in every language, which we are unable to detect. But i.e., more he learns about one language, better he learns also other. So it's, for example, we train Slovenian French, and he improves also Slovenian German. We know why. We don't know why, because there are some similarities, some logic, some DNA in all the languages. I think that we still will need translators, because maybe translator can better understand the emotional context, because every word is sparking emotion, and AI cannot translate this emotion. I was in the airport, and it was translated a lot of possibilities. Veliko priložnosti. No, it's opportunities. Because you have to understand what is the emotional energy that translated word sparks in the language, and this only a translator can understand. I think we'll need a lot of more time to be capable to translate also what is the right word to transport the emotion which is in one language to another. Okay, thank you. Sorry, that was a little bit longer.
Thank you. I think that's all from the public. So let's move to another presentation.